All right, so this was the last day of this slightly truncated week, and because it was truncated this week, and because next week I also have kind of a lot going on, we'll probably just end up keeping it. So we started off, sorry, also as a truncated week, started off with assisted pull-ups. We switched from using the Aries to the Beyond Power Voltra. So had to play around a little bit with it. One of the great things about the Beyond Power Ultra is that you can play around with the resistance curve. You can, in this case, with pulling exercises, the closer you get to the contracted state, the harder it gets, and you can actually on this thing make it easier in that area to really match your resistance profile. I opted for the pull-ups not to do that because my goal is to one day do weighted pull-ups, and obviously when you have weighted pull-ups, you're not going to have that extra assistance. However, when I start using that for the lat pull downs, I very much plan on using stuff along those lines. So we put on 40 pounds of resistance, hoping that it was a 1-to-1 crossover. We got 7 followed by 6 followed by 6 reps. And then we moved on to the 45-degree hyperextension. For those longer time followers of the channel, you know I used to do this before in the number 4 slot, which was my myo rep slot, and I left up at 60 pounds here since I'm trying to get a little bit harder and less reps. So we went up to 80 pounds. We did a set of 10 at 7.5 and another set of 10 at 8. Um, I felt okay afterwards. Now it's about 2 to 3 days later. I'm feeling a little bit in the hamstring, so I'm not sure if it's a form issue or if it's a load issue. We'll just go up on the weight and we'll see, and we'll have somebody also review. Then we moved on to the high row. We did 140 pounds for 10, 9, 8. And obviously towards the end we did partial reps for the reason that I just said in terms of the back exercises, and that was good. Then we moved on to the leg press. So in this case, again, just like the 45-degree hyperextension, I'm using that in the heavy slot. The leg press last time I did this was in the heavy slot. Now it's in the myo rep slot. So we went down a little bit on the weight. We did 200 pounds for a set of 15, followed by a set of 15 with myo reps to 5-4, and followed by a set of 15 to myo reps of 4 and 4, and then lastly to 3. I was kind of dying after this, and towards the end of that last myo rep set, got a little bit burpy like I meant to throw up, and my quads were definitely hurting the next day. So yeah, happy where this is going. Going to increase the weight a little bit next week. Probably mean the first kind of 2 weeks will be easier, but that is what it is. And then we ended off with the standing calf raise using the kabuki bar. And this was 215 pounds for 11 reps, followed by 10 reps, and then 6 and 5 myo reps. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the videos. I hope next week I don't get to this pass out phase. I'm going to be shaving my beard shortly to do whatever my resident wants, so it should probably be funny for a day or two. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll be happy to answer or reach out, and have a wonderful day.